Hey guys, and welcome back to the 411 on Tech. You know, when the Nintendo Switch OLED came out, before that came out, we thought it was going to be Nintendo Switch Pro. We're going to have 4K graphics out of that. We didn't get that. The OLED screen is great, but you know, a lot of us are looking at those 4K graphics. So today we have a product that takes your 1080p Switch games and upscales them to 4K, and we're going to get into the review right after this.
So this is the 4K Gamer Pro. Now this comes in at $169. We actually got ours on the Kickstarter for $109. Last time I checked, they still have one more perk available. I think it's $139. So if you want to get it a little bit cheaper, you might want to get on that quickly and try to get it for, $30 cheaper. If not, again, it'll be $169 and you can get that on Amazon. Now, basically what this does is it upscales your Nintendo Switch or other systems as well, which Damien will talk about, but it upscales your 1080p output to 4K resolution. And it does it without any lag too, which is really great. So if you're familiar with the M Classic, it's kind of similar to that, except for the M Classic only upscales to 1440p for the Switch. So what you get in the box is obviously you get the 4K Gamer Pro. You also get a charging cable or power cable, so it's USB-C to USB-A, and you can power that with the USB port on the dock, which is nice. And it also comes with this HDMI extender cable. So how you set it up is you can't plug, this is pretty chunky, you can't plug this directly into the HDMI port of the Switch, so that's why they give you this included HDMI extender cable. So to set it up, basically you just want to plug the HDMI extender into your Switch, and then once you have that plugged in, you go ahead and plug in the 4K Gamer Pro to the female end of that extender, and it needs power, so that's why they have the included power cable. So just go ahead and plug in the USB-C end into the 4K Gamer Pro, and then again, like I said, you can power that, plug it in directly into the dock, so you don't need an external power brick or anything like that. And then finally, you just plug in the Nintendo Switch's HDMI cable into the end of the 4K Gamer Pro, and you're ready to go. And then you also get a user manual as well. Alright, so design-wise, there's not a whole bunch to talk about. It's a small device, but what I will say is it's kind of, for $169, like the housing of it is kind of like a cheap plastic. I would have liked to seen like some type of metal, but I guess it keeps the cost down and it's not that big of a deal. It does what it's supposed to do, so just wanted to mention that. It kind of has this ridged design here. And so obviously you have your HDMI input, and then that's obviously, like I said, goes into the HDMI extender, which goes into your Switch. And then on the other end, that's your HDMI port, which the Switch, the HDMI cable from your dock goes into that. You have your power port, and the only other thing here is this button here. Now Damien will talk more about this, but this is going to change, there's a couple of different enhancement levels, and that's going to change that. So that's pretty much it for design.
Okay, so what you're getting here with the 4K Gamer Pro, you're getting a device that's going to output the resolution of your Switch games at 4K up to 60 Hz. And it has 3 enhancement levels. It has a low, medium, and high. So that's increasing the sharpness, color, and depth of field each time you do it. And it has this, as Michelle mentioned, this button here, and it has it's LED and it gets brighter. So as you go up, you get, the first brightness level is low, second is medium, and then full brightness on it lights up blue is high. And if you press it a 4th time, you're just going to get a pass-through mode, and it's going to be the native 1080p of your Switch. So you don't have to like unplug this. You can just have the regular 1080p pass-through. And there's no lag or frame drops with this. And we'll show you when we were using it, we didn't experience any of that. So we believe that claim is true. And you can also use this with other devices. So if you have some PS4 games that are 1080p, now everything has to be 1080p to be output at 4K through this device. Wii U games, Apple TV, Chromecast, any PS3 games that were 1080p. I think there's like 90 or so of those.
Or if you want to play movies.
Yeah, or if you want to play movies, Chromecast, So, you know, there's a bunch of things to play around with this. You know, if you have like a Blu-ray player and it's like 1080, you know, that's 1080p, and you pass through this and see what kind of results you get. You know, this device can also work with those devices as well. So a lot of uses for this, but we're like highlighting the Switch, what this is marketed for. So enough talk, let's get into some gameplay and some screen capture so you can see what this device is really all about.
Alright, so we're back, and as you can see, you can really see a difference in the picture quality, and it's definitely a pleasure to play with that better resolution. Now, at $169, it is a bit pricey. You know, that money can go towards when hopefully the Nintendo Switch Pro does actually come out. And again, it does look great, but it's not going to look as good as native 4K. Hopefully that is going to come along with the Nintendo Switch Pro. So a couple of things to think about. Also, TVs do their own upscaling. It's not going to look as good as with this, but you know, if you're trying to justify the price, again, that's something to consider. And then if you have a more higher end TV, the upscaling is going to be a little bit better with that. But all in all, I think it's really great. Again, you definitely see a difference, and it's nice to play with it kind of like that 4K resolution. So I think it's nice.
Yeah, so I really like the 4K Gamer Pro because, you know, we don't know, like you mentioned, when Nintendo's going to come out with their 4K Switch or if it's going to come out. So in the meantime, you can have this and you can be gaming Switch games in 4K, your Breath of the Wild, your Mario Kart, your Metroid, in 4K. You get that extra detail, depth of field. It really looks good. There's no frame drop, no lag. The colors look good. Also, another use case for this is if you have an upscaler like the FrameMeister or the RetroTank 5X, and you can add this in your workflow, and then you're getting 4K gaming on your retro systems. So that's great. Also, like if you have a Blu-ray player, you've got 1080p Blu-rays, you add this to that, and then you're getting 4K without having to have like a 4K Blu-ray. Another use case for it. So like there's a lot of use cases for this. You know, I really like the product, the way it, you know, it comes out. Now not everything is going to look great, but a lot of stuff does look good on it. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. Please do remember to subscribe, like, and leave comments down below and let us know what you think about this product. But we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.